It doesn't matter how many years you spend studying English. Native speakers having a conversation continue to mystify you. And that's because of all the idiomatic language. But don't worry, I'm here to help. Today I'm going to show you a native speaker conversation, then I will break down the idiomatic language, and if you like, you can even get the PDF worksheet with the dialogue, the idioms, and synonyms that you might also hear. So if you'd like to download the PDF, then you can by clicking on the link in the description. But for now, remove all distractions and let's look at our dialogue. Hey, how's the house coming along? Oh, don't even get me started. It's nearly done, thank goodness, but it's been an absolute nightmare. Oh no, what happened? Well, for starters, it's cost a bomb, way more than I budgeted. And then the first builder I hired, total cowboy, left me in the lurch. Wait, what do you mean? He just bailed? Yeah, did a runner with a bunch of the money after doing a proper botch job. I was fuming. You're kidding, that's awful. Oh, I wish I was. He really pulled the wool over my eyes. He came across all professional. He was a smooth talker. He had a nice van and everything. But it turns out he didn't have a clue what he was doing. That's outrageous. Did you report him? I tried, but apparently he's done this before. He's slippery. He's probably using a fake name. By the time I realised, he was long gone. Oh, some people have no shame. So what did you do? Had to find someone new. Thankfully, a friend recommended this guy who's actually brilliant. He came in, took one look and said, "Who the hell did this?" He had to rip loads of it out and start again. What a headache. At least it's looking better now though. Yeah, now it's taking shape. Just a few finishing touches of flooring, a bit of paint. I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I hope you have a bottle of bubbly ready for when it's all done. You deserve it after all that drama. You bet I do. You'll have to come round when it's all sorted. We'll have a proper catch-up over a glass or three. Okay, let's break this down. I started by asking the question, how's the house coming along? I'm basically asking about the progress of a project. So I could use this to talk about any kind of project. Imagine you are landscaping your garden and I want to know how it's progressing. I'd say, hey, how's your garden coming along? Or if you are working on a website for your new business, I'd say, how's your website coming along? Next, I said, it's cost a bomb. This is a common phrase that means it's very expensive. So for example, I might say, I cannot buy that car because it costs a bomb. It's too expensive. I said the original builder left me in the lurch. Left me in the lurch. If someone leaves you in the lurch, it means that they abandon you. They walk off and leave when you're in a difficult situation. So it's not just leaving you, it's leaving you in a difficult situation. For example, if we both agree to go to a place together and take one car and you are driving, it's your car, and I'm a long way from home, there are no buses, there's no trains, there's just no public transport. And you decide you're not having a good time wherever it is we are. Maybe we are hiking somewhere. And you decide you're not enjoying yourself, so you jump in your car and you drive away. Maybe the storm has come in and it's raining and it's cold and it's just awful and I'm enjoying myself but you're not, so you jump in your car and you run away, when you drive away, and you don't tell me. You are leaving me in the lurch. I'm now in the middle of nowhere with no phone reception, in the middle of a storm. This is terrible. You're a terrible person. I'm sure you wouldn't do that really. But if you did, then you would have left me in the lurch. Don't do that. I also said the builder did a runner. If you do a runner, it means you leave suddenly and unexpectedly, often to avoid taking responsibility for something. For example, if you're driving down the road and you're not paying attention and you clip someone else's car, a parked car, maybe you damage their wing mirror or scratch their paintwork, and instead of stopping, like you should do, instead of that, you decide to have a look around. Did anybody see me? No. Quick, drive away. That is doing a runner. That's running away, leaving quickly to avoid taking responsibility. Have you ever done a runner? I said the original builder did a botch job. Botch, B-O-T-C-H, botch. A botch job. If something is a botch job, then it's a job that has been done badly. So it's very poor work. For example, if I am building a house or even just a wall, I'm building a garden wall and I've never mixed cement before. So I have my bricks, I have the cement, but I've never mixed it before, and maybe I don't put in enough water. I don't read the instructions on the cement bag. I don't put enough water in it, so it's quite sandy, grainy, and it doesn't set properly. But I slap it on anyway, not very neatly at all. It's all over the place. It's dripping down the brickwork. I haven't even lined up the bricks. They're not straight. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And the cement won't set because I haven't mixed it properly. That wall is not going to stand for very long, if at all. It's a botch job. A very badly done piece of work. Okay, a botch job. I said the builder pulled the wool over my eyes. If someone pulls the wool over your eyes, it means that they have tricked you. So let's say I tell you that I used to be an opera singer. I used to be an opera singer and I could headline for you at this major event because I can sing opera. Or better still, I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper and I can do some incredible rap at your event, and you say, that's amazing. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Absolutely. I'm a pro. Don't I look like a rapper? You can trust in me. And you go, great, I'll pay you £5,000 to do a couple of rap songs. And I say, fantastic. You give me the money, you book me in, I turn up at your event and my name is Anna and I'm just a spanner and I can't rap for toffee. Huh. You very quickly realise that I've pulled the wool over your eyes. I am not a pro rapper. The next one is very common. To say that someone didn't have a clue or doesn't have a clue. To not have a clue means that you don't know what you're doing. So I could say, I was asked to stand in as a substitute teacher in a geography class. And I had to help students prepare for their geography exam. And it was terrifying because I didn't have a clue. I just didn't have a clue. I had no idea what I was doing. The next phrase is, it's shaping up. If something is shaping up, then it's improving. You might say that someone needs to shape up, meaning they need to improve. For example, if your partner doesn't do enough around the house to help with the housework, maybe they don't cook, they don't do the grocery shopping, they don't take on basic responsibilities, their fair share of responsibilities in the household, then your friends would say to you, hey, tell your partner to shape up. He needs to shape up, or she needs to shape up. Or maybe you have to show her the door. A more positive phrase is, there's light at the end of the tunnel. If there's light at the end of the tunnel, then it means that you can see the positive outcome is close. So if you're working on something that's very difficult, but you know you're getting to the end of it, and after that things will be great, then there's light at the end of the tunnel. Or if you have a terrible accident and you're really badly injured and it takes months of recovery, months of physiotherapy and rest and pain and medication. But you can see day by day now that you're getting better, you're regaining your strength and your mobility. You could say, it's been a very difficult year, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. I can see it. I can see the positive outcome is so close now. Here's a fun phrase. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Sometimes we might drop even. Don't get me started. This very common phrase means I have a lot to say, but it's negative. So I have a lot of negative things to say on the subject that's been raised. Oh, don't get me started. What you're saying is, don't get me started on this topic because I will talk for a long time. Like, you don't want me to talk about this because I won't stop. Don't even get me started. I referred to the builder as a total cowboy. A total cowboy, or simply a cowboy builder, is a person or a builder or a serviceman who is dishonest and untrustworthy. You can't trust them. He's just a cowboy. He's a total cowboy. Do not hire him. You will regret it. Don't even get me started on this guy. He's a total cowboy. If you say, I am fuming, this means you are very, very angry. That's my angry face. If you're fuming, you're angry. It's like you're on fire with anger. Ooh. Okay, next I said, that's outrageous. If something is described as outrageous, then it's shocking or unacceptable. They charged you £50 for going 1 minute over your parking meter? That's outrageous. If someone talks about your problem with the phrase, what a headache, then they're saying it's a really bad problem. What a terrible problem that you're having to deal with. What a headache. It's a difficult problem that gives you a headache, which is why you refer to it as a headache. A difficult thing to manage. What a headache. If someone says to you, we need to have a proper catch up, then they mean they need to book in some time to have a long chat or a very long conversation. Maybe you bump into someone that you haven't seen for a while. It's an unexpected meeting. You talk for a few minutes, you've got lots to say, but there's not enough time to say everything, to really get to know what each other has been doing in their lives. So you say, let's meet up soon and have a proper catch up. A very long, relaxed conversation. A proper catch up. And at the end there, I said we'll enjoy a proper catch up over a glass or 3. And there, where I'm talking about doing something over a glass, I mean while having a drink of wine, while having a glass of wine, and I joked about or 3 glasses of wine, because lots of people enjoy having a few drinks with their friends. Hey, how's the house coming along? Oh, don't even get me started. It's nearly done, thank goodness, but it's been an absolute nightmare. Oh no, what happened? Well, for starters, it's cost a bomb, way more than I budgeted. And then the first builder I hired, total cowboy, left me in the lurch. Wait, what do you mean? He just bailed? Yeah, did a runner with a bunch of the money after doing a proper botch job. I was fuming. You're kidding, that's awful. Oh, I wish I was. He really pulled the wool over my eyes. He came across all professional. He was a smooth talker. He had a nice van and everything. But it turns out he didn't have a clue what he was doing. That's outrageous. Did you report him? I tried, but apparently he's done this before. He's slippery. He's probably using a fake name. By the time I realised, he was long gone. Oh, some people have no shame. So what did you do? Had to find someone new. Thankfully, a friend recommended this guy who's actually brilliant. He came in, took one look and said, Who the hell did this? He had to rip loads of it out and start again. What a headache. At least it's looking better now though. Yeah, now it's taking shape. Just a few finishing touches of flooring, a bit of paint. I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I hope you have a bottle of bubbly ready for when it's all done. You deserve it after all that drama. You bet I do. You'll have to come round when it's all sorted. We'll have a proper catch-up over a glass, or 3. Did you enjoy this style of lesson? If so, please take a second to leave a like. It really does mean the world to me if you do that. And if you'd like more, then I'll leave a link to a very similar lesson down in the description, or you might see it appearing here on the screen. I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.